So, this week, I'm going to do a project on mobile learning and game based learning that I will be teaching to my fellow teachers. And why I'm doing this project, that's because it will make the classroom more meaningful and exciting for the students. We mostly use worksheets and paperwork, which is becomes somewhat boring. So if sometimes we replace those activities with interesting digitalized activities, it's a really good thing, and it's students will find it engaging and exciting, and we can differentiate our instruction easily with the help of that as well. So, and then what I plan to achieve through this project. To this project, my students in the middle high school, they always use their mobile phone, despite of teachers saying that stop using their mobile phone. They keep using their mobile phones. So I think it's a smart use of their mobile phones that we can use some apps, and they can use those apps, and they will find them exciting and they can it can make the learning more fun as well at the learning at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and I think this project is going to impact students, faculty, and school's mission. Yes, because our school adopted NGSS standards during the past 2 to 3 years, which is all inquiry-based learning and project-based learning. And these days we are focusing very much, as I've seen in Miss Beth's class. She also loves to create new ideas, and she tries to incorporate technology in her classroom as well. And we are trying to equip our students with 21st century skills. So if I think school is going to like this idea very much, because it will spur a positive change to school's philosophy towards teaching, as well as it will add to students' knowledge and teacher motivation as well. So
yeah, it's like in the NGSS standard, we have like an area there where we have like engineering connection, and so that would be like a very good, integration of technology. Whenever they do some engineering project or engineering integration project, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we go to each thing one by one, and I can say, and then you can also add your feedback.
Yeah.
Right. So this project, how we are going to implement this project, I think it will basically involve everybody. In the beginning, I was thinking that I will involve my science department to these forward-thinking methods of pedagogy, but ultimately all the school will be involved, especially the middle high school, because the students own their mobile phones. And for younger students, game-based learning can be adopted, because students love to play games, and also in our elementary school, students have the iPads in their classrooms.
They are equipped with iPad.
Yeah. So they can, they can do the game-based learning.
Exactly.
So initial plan, I already said about the initial plan. And yeah, of course, I will need blessings of our supervisors and administrators across the school. And how I will do it, we in the beginning of the session in our school, we have that 15 days of where there are PDs and students
in-service training.
In-service training, where teachers can teach other teachers about like different ideas they have learned, or even at the end of the session also we have this one. But my plan is to go in the beginning of the next session, and where I can go, and new teachers also join the school, and it's the beginning of the school year, and I can teach them about this mobile learning and game-based learning, and then they have the whole year to implement this technology into their classroom.
Yes.
I don't expect that they implement it throughout the year, but for one, or at least we will give them a minimum that they can do it at least once a year.
Yeah, it should be, it depends on what standard they're doing. So there are like standards that there is a good use for these apps, and so they can like use that, and I think using these apps would be also good for like getting the interest of the students. like, when you start a unit or when you start a chapter, then that would be a very good way to, like, um, excite the students. It can also be used. It can also be used to for review, something like that, like the one that you showed me a while ago, like a snake and ladder, thing, and that would be like a very, very good, way to review the students so they enjoy reviewing.
Yeah, that is the
Yeah.
my module 3 project that I developed. It was a healthy human body treasure. It was a that finding healthy human body treasure. It was snake and ladder kind of board game. So
Exactly.
yeah, and this also I learned through my course. Um, then how will I measure success? Um, I think how can we measure success? We can reach a consensus that how can we implement digitalized learning in our classroom during our PDs, and then we can when teachers they implement it into their classrooms. They can like give us feedback.
Give you feedback after that. Yeah.
After that, this feedback can be verbal or personal feedback, or we can run an anonymous survey that how did they find it, did the student engagement and motivation and learning improved. They can check it through formative assessments in their classroom, that if the students these things like enhanced, or the students were able to perform better. So exactly, this is the idea.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely teachers will give a feedback on this, and just by, like, feeling what's going on in the classroom on that time that you use or we use that app, then you can already see if it is successful or not. So you can see on the faces of the students if they're really very excited about it, and it's like it raises, for example, their formative assessment or their summative assessment, then we can say it's successful. And that would be like just giving a survey. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and also I think Miss Bess also likes the idea very much, because she's also like open to technology.
Yes.